Hey everybody, Eric Songer coming at you from Chaska as we look at our weekly podcast here, Chaska Middle School West Band Week in Review, and look ahead at what's going on in our department. And I'll tell you what, the month of December is here as we are doing this podcast on November 30th, 2018. And I have a theme for this month of December, and it is Step Up. Right now, we have so many performances coming up that I need every single student in our program to be practicing. I need every single student to be putting forth 100% effort in every rehearsal. And I need every single student to look beyond what their responsibilities are and see if there's areas where they can help and be of use to other people and fill in for other people's needs. So, December is usually a month that we think about that anyway. I always look at the month of December as an opportunity to kind of reevaluate what I'm doing for other people, whether it's people in my life or people in our community who are in need, or people in our state, our country, things I can do to become a better human being, to make our human race better. So what a better place to start than right at our school and in our program, and making these performances that we have coming up just be incredible. So let's jump right into it with a quick review of the week. Today we had an amazing opportunity to go see the orchestra, the Minnesota Orchestra at Orchestra Hall. It was a fantastic performance. They did a theme called Rhythm Moves Me. They did 6 pieces that included one of my favorites, the second movement of Beethoven's Seventh Symphony, just an amazing, hauntingly beautiful movement of music. And they did Waltz of the Flowers from the Nutcracker, which is one that a lot of people know. They did this really, really interesting rhythmic feature called Clapping Music by Steve Reich. And it was really cool. The 2 percussionists came down and it was just all clapping, but it was really cool, the different rhythmic ideas that they had going in it, which was neat. And they did a really cool danzone to finish the concert, which was a fantastic piece of music. So, and amongst others, there was some other really neat stuff they did as well. So anyway, great to hear the Minnesota Orchestra. Great to have so many of our 6th graders enjoy watching this incredible group of musicians. And what a great way to start the day. So wonderful, wonderful time for our 6th graders. And I want to give a huge shout out to 4 of our CMSW band kids who submitted auditions for the state honor band. And those students were 8th graders Keegan Cummings on baritone saxophone, and then Aaron Semenis, 7th grader on bass clarinet, Sabrina Olson, 7th grader on French horn, and then Amanda Semenis, 7th grader on French horn. So Keegan and Aaron and Sabrina and Amanda, so proud of all 4 of you for working so hard the last 3 months and getting that submission done. And all of you did a fantastic job on your audition. So whether you make it or not, I think you all deserve to be recognized for just not just putting together a great audition, but all the outstanding work that all 4 of you do in the music program. And I'm so in awe of your passion for music and your work ethic. Just very, very well done, all 4 of you. Could not be more proud of all of you. And we will find out the results. Sorry, it's not like in the near future, usually around the middle of February. So keep our fingers crossed, and we'll see how it goes. So again, congrats to those kids. I'm going to look a couple of reminders here, sorry, for you. First of all, the band lesson schedule for December is up. It is on Google Classroom, so you can check that out. Please check that out. There are hard copies in the band room, and this weekend I'll be putting that onto the band page on the CMSW website, so you can check it out in all those spots. Not a lot of changes in the month of December, although there are a couple. We have a couple new lesson groups starting in December. Number 1, I have a group called Jazz Saxes. So there are some students, and you know who you are, who are trying saxophones. So we're going to give you that opportunity. And then we also have a lesson group called tuba, oboe, bassoon, for those students who are trying out those instruments in the 6th and 7th grade. So we're going to give you guys a weekly lesson. And those lesson groups will both be on Thursdays. So check that out. And there's a couple weird things in the schedule as usual. For example, there's a late start in December on the 13th. And as of now, there will not be any wind times that day. So unfortunately, no wind ensembles. And then on the Thursday the 6th, I believe it is, there's going to be an assembly during the first wind time. So there'll be no wind 2 on that day. So wind ensembles, a couple of rehearsals off of your wind groups. And another thing too that we're doing on the week of December 10th is we're going to have um, instead of regular band lessons, we're going to have time for you to come in and do playing tests, recordings, and get help on playing tests. And so we're not going to have everyone do it, but if you are interested in getting 1, 2, or 3 of your songs done, you can come in and do it that week. Or you can also just come in and get some help on it. If we'll probably even call people in that don't volunteer their time, but just to give you an idea of where you're at, and not only that, but also help you through and say, okay, here's what you need to work on. So, and who knows, some of you might come in and say, I'm not ready, and you'll play, and you'll notice that, no, I actually do know how to play this song, and because we've been working on it, and lessons are in band, and that's fantastic. So anyway, so we'll be doing that the week of December 10th. So check out the lesson schedule. What else? What else? Oh, permission slips. So, 8th graders, you have permission slips for 2 events to turn in, the Eden Prairie Mall trip and then the Eau Claire trip, which was way ahead in May, but we're collecting for that already right now. And then 7th graders, you also need to get those EP Mall trips slips in. They were supposed to be in this past week, but we want to get those in so you can take this very fun trip on Tuesday. Playing test. The playing test is due January 18th. I already mentioned having a playing test week coming up to work on it and play some. We don't like it when you procrastinate. So even though it's due January 18th, you might want to start working on them. In fact, definitely start working on them now and get those turned in. I'm not going to run down all the playing test stuff right now for the extends. You can check that out on Google Classroom. I will tell you the meat stuff, and that is for 6th grade, first 3 scales on page 37 of Accent and Achievement. And then in addition to that, woodwind and brass, the chromatic scale at the bottom of the page, also on page 37. And oh boy, 6th graders, percussion. I'm going to forget the number. I'm going to look it up here real quick so it'll look like I'm not looking at you, and don't be offended by that. But I'm going to look it up so that I don't leave you out, because I would hate to leave you out. So almost there. 6th graders, that for percussion, it is number 76 on the snare drum. 7th graders, it's numbers 19 and number 30, and the concert F harmonic minor scale on page 37. That's all in the Accent and Achievement book. Percussion, you'll play number 30 on the snare drum, and then the other 2 on mallet percussion. And then finally, 8th grade in the Accent and Achievement book, it's numbers 16, 24, and 42. And percussion, you'll play 24 on the snare drum, and the other 2 on mallet percussion. So that's the playing test, so start working on that or continue working on that, whatever the case may be. Um, Concert. So here's the deal. If you want to get an extends for the concert, if you're a 6th grader, you need to play 5 of your band songs for mom or dad at home and give them a little mini concert and fill out the Google Classroom sheet that I posted. 7th graders, you already did it, unless you didn't play at Veterans Day. Veterans Day was your extends performance, so thank you. So most of you are really good right there. And then 8th graders, you need to do an act of kindness. And we've talked about this, and it's on Google Classroom. If you want some more information, you need to do an act of kindness for a student or a group of students who are not in your friend group at CMSW. And it can be something very simple. Maybe you take just a stack of Post-its and write some really nice positive messages, well thought out messages, and put them on some lockers. Maybe you bake some cookies or buy some cookies for an advisory in 6th or 7th grade. Maybe you have lunch with a couple students who look like they need a friend that you don't normally hang out with. So those are just some options, and there's some other ideas if you go to Google Classroom on some cool things you can do. So, all right, so that's that. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up this week. First of all, we have 2 great after-school groups starting up this week. We have the Country Bluegrass Band on Mondays, and that'll be every Monday through the middle of February after school at 3:45 in the West Band Room. And then starting up the very next day on the 4th is the 6th grade jazz band, and any 6th grade band member can be part of the jazz band, and we will rehearse every Tuesday after school until right around spring break time. And so we'd love to have you come to that. Country band, you already auditioned and you know who you are, hopefully. And the jazz band, if you want to do it, there's no audition necessary. You just come and check it out. And if you want to check it out for a week or 2 before you register, that's fine. Otherwise, if you're like, yeah, I'm in, there's a handout in the band room you can use, or you can go to the Community Ed website, which is ceforall.org. We also have some special guests coming for the Garage Band this coming Friday, December 7th. The band that I play in, Power Tap, will be coming in to give a mini concert and then also do some really cool stuff with the bands, working with our band. So I'm really excited about that. So that'll be the regular Garage Band rehearsal time. And then two big events this week for some students. Eighth grade garage band members who signed up. We're getting to go to Jingle Ball this Monday night, and I'm so pumped up to go to Jingle Ball. It's going to be a great time. And we're going to get to go backstage and maybe meet some of the artists performing. So it's a really good time. So excited for that. And then really excited for all the 7th and 8th grade band members. We're going to go play at Eden Prairie Center on Tuesday, December 4th. We're going to go and play right outside of Von Mar. And if you want to know the schedule of when each student is playing, especially if you're a parent and haven't seen it, it's on their Google Classroom, so you can check that out and look up what group they're in. Each group is named after a reindeer, and it says what time they're playing. And again, they'll be on the first floor of EP Mall. And now here's the deal for you 7th and 8th graders. You need to dress festive that day. Festive could just simply mean red, white, or green. Or you can go the extra mile and do an ugly sweater, Christmas PJs, Santa hats, reindeer antlers, anything like that. As long as you can still play your instrument, all right? And it's appropriate. So that's what we want for attire. You need to bring your instrument and percussion. Some of you are bringing bell kits. You know who you are. Some of you, or the rest of you who are not bringing bell kits, are going to bring a music stand from the band room. And we will go to first hour, second hour, and sign up for wind time and advisory, and then leave. So about 10:30. We want to be at the bus in the bus loop. And again, the bus number you're on is also on that document on Google Classroom if you forgot what bus you're riding. And then we'll go to the mall, get to the mall about 11:15, somewhere in there. And then we will put all of our instruments and coats in a storage area. And then we'll start performing at about 11:30. And then it'll just be a group every 15 minutes by Von Mar playing. And you'll play and you'll watch a couple groups and you'll eat lunch and you'll hang out and have a great day. We'll be back at 2:30 back to CMSW. So you will be back in time for 7th hour and then to catch the buses home. Please bring some money to eat lunch. That would be great. And should be a great day. So that's what's coming up this week. Very fun and busy week of performances and events and new groups starting up. So as far as DJs, we're setting up a new DJ schedule. I believe we're still going to have DJ Gordy on Tuesdays, DJ Jack on Thursday, and DJ Casey on Friday. And then we're going to add a couple new people to the rotation. So I'll be announcing that probably on next week's podcast. Wow, what a great reason to watch. Win time this week. We have Win on Wednesday for MZPKE, Double Trouble, Destiny's 5, and Aaron and the Girls. We do not have Win 2, unfortunately. So Varun 5, Troublemakers, a bunch of 7th graders, Rose and Quartz, sorry, no rehearsal this week. We will have Bring in the Beat, Social Fiflets, Own Say, and Rare But Serious Side Effects. It might be a shortened one after the assembly on December 6th. Let's just take a second to look ahead. So we have a big winter band concert on Tuesday, December 11th for all 3 grades. 6th grade bands all playing at 5:30, and it'll be a 5 p.m. call time on that Tuesday, and then 5:30 is the concert. Will be done at about 6:10, and the kids should wear their music shirts and then wear dark pants, dark jeans, leggings, black pants is all fine, whatever. And should be a great concert. Then the 7th graders, you should be there at 6:45, and this is all at West in the gym, large gym. And then 7:15 is your concert, 7th graders, and you'll be done at about 7:45. And then the 8th graders, your call time is 7:45 to be at the school. Your concert's at 8, and you will be done at about 8:30. 7th graders, you're wearing red, white, and blue, patriotic concert, and then 8th graders, you are wearing purple in honor of Jenna Paschke. So it's going to be wonderful concerts. Can't wait for them. Parents, please come. Please don't just drop off your kids. Please come watch your kids play. They're doing a terrific job, and enjoy the performances on Tuesday, December 11th. Everything's free. A couple fun surprises during the concert, so it should be a really good time. And then 6th graders are going caroling on December 17th and 18th during the school day, and that will be mainly during 6th and 7th hour. That's on the lesson calendar. You can check that out. Garage bands are performing at Rockin' the Suburbs on Sunday, December 16th at the PIM Arts High School in Eden Prairie. And that'll be a 2 p.m. concert. Garage band kids should be there at 11:30 a.m. Sound check starts at noon. Concert admission is free and open to the public. There is an optional donation for Toys for Tots if you'd like. Concert will probably go till about 4 p.m. as it features our middle school and high school garage bands, as well as a couple of the PIM Arts High School student groups. And the talent show auditions are on Wednesday, December 12th, and those will be after school 3:30 to 6. You don't have to sign up. You just show up, you do your talent, and then you can go. You probably won't be there till 6, but just in case, sometimes we get 40, 50 groups coming, and the last few groups are going to go at 5:30, even up to 6 o'clock. So just be prepared for that in case we have that many people. Speaking of the talent show, I should mention the host for this year's show because I don't think I've done that on the podcast yet. Huge congratulations to Lacey Dalkey, Natalie Bartles, Maddie Zaski, Riley Wright, Katie Duran, and Alex Snodgrass. It's going to be an awesome show. Can't wait to have you guys host. Of course, we'll have the rhythm section, 8th grade jazz band, garage band, country bluegrass band, all playing as well. And then we'll see who auditions and makes the show. So it should be very fun. All right, I'm going to wrap this thing up here with just some information. I want to give another huge shout out to a special group of people. That's the District 112 Foundation for giving us a grant this year that's going to purchase some awesome equipment and technology for our program. Just a couple things on that list that are super cool is a brand new soundboard, which we are in desperate need for, that has some cool effects on it that we can run with an iPad and will be used with a number of our groups. So that's just a fantastic thing. Another thing is another DJ controller. We have so many students now wanting to DJ and practice DJing and performing DJing that it's just wonderful to have yet another controller for doing that. So that's fantastic. And I'll just mention one other thing. There's a lot of great things on this list, but just some new microphones and cables and mic stands. Again, we do so many things that involve microphones, and microphones don't last forever. So it's really nice to continue to get more and be able to replenish what we have and continue to have working microphones in our department. So thank you so much, District 112 Foundation. We're going to be able to start ordering that stuff in December and have it soon after that, which is awesome. So, all right, I'm on Twitter at CMSW Band. You can check out my fun pictures from today at Orchestra Hall, one that I wasn't supposed to take inside of Orchestra Hall. But it's a great picture. It's actually kind of blurry, but it's all the music teachers who are there. You can also follow me at Eric Songer. And then Google Classroom, you can check out, I've mentioned a bunch of stuff like the lesson schedule, the playing tests, all that stuff is on there. If you want to get reminder text, you can send the message at symbol 18 band 6 or at symbol 18 band 7 or at symbol 18 band 8, and then you can get information about stuff. Oh, send that to the number 81010. That would be helpful to tell you that. You can get information about what if it's an A or B day, what the lesson schedule is, playing tests coming up, etc., etc. And the website, you can look on the school website for our band page. That's got info. And then right here, YouTube, Mr. Songer's channel, you can find out all sorts of cool stuff. So remember, the theme for December, step up. Step up or be stepped on. No, I'm just kidding. Step up. I actually kind of like that. I think maybe I'll go with that one instead. Step up or be stepped on. All right. That's not very kind, is it? So we'll just go with step up. Step up, and we're going to have some great performances here in December. Have a great day, everyone. Happy December. Can't believe it's already 3 months into the school year, and we'll talk to you again next week on what's happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band Department.